I am Josh Law. I'm in Sheridan, Wyoming. I am a co-founder of OnlyCo, a company called Go Fast, Don't Die, as well as a partner in Luminous Brewhouse. I graduated in 2010 from University of Wyoming with an ag economics degree, ag business degree. Partway through my college degree, I learned about social media marketing. So I actually started this company back before I graduated. So my senior year of college, I started it. It was just me for about a year. I graduated in December of 2010 and then recruited another co-founder, my partner, Brady McLean, in May of 2011. We've been starting different companies, trying different things. We transformed what was a social media marketing company into a business building company. So now we're called OnlyCo. We owned a CrossFit gym together in Reno, Nevada. We bought Wyoming Magazine and produced a magazine for a little while. And then we sell that online. I got involved in the brewery, Luminous Brewhouse, 5 years ago. And then we started a company, my partner Brady and another couple people, Brett Riley and Emily Hawkins. We started a company called Go Fast, Don't Die. And so it's a motorcycle lifestyle brand. And I could talk about any of those in more detail, but that's been the Go Fast, Don't Die project's been rolling for about 3 or 4 years. When I was a kid, my dad was pretty involved in business just in general. He was in agriculture technology, seed technology up here in Sheridan. Sugar beets was his kind of focus. He was always encouraging me to do my own thing, try my own thing. He was, through his growing up years, I guess, in college, he would try different businesses, and him and my mom made software a little bit and sold it to New York life agents and insurance agents. And then he would upgrade computers and he's always finding little, he'd flip cars. He'd just do a lot of different things on the side. And then I ended up mowing a lawn at like age 12 or 13, and I mowed it. I only had the one customer, oddly enough, but, as a young person would make $25 each time I mowed it. It was cool. Like I just always kind of had the means to do what I wanted to do. I also didn't spend much as a 12-year-old. So when I turned 16, I had enough money to pay for gas for a couple of years, and I didn't work for anyone really. So yeah, I'd say it started early. And then in high school, we ended up making ski movies. 3 of my best friends, we kind of did our own thing. We weren't, I guess, typical high school kids, but we would go and film skiing and snowboarding and skateboarding and biking, and then make a movie, and then we'd sell it. And so we had 3 movies. Sophomore year was called Karma. Junior year was called Skis On. And the third year was called Last Run, our senior year. And so we didn't make a lot of money, but we did sell it, and we split the proceeds when we graduated. And myself and another guy went to Mammoth, California, and skied for a week, kind of a senior trip. My dad always said, you should start your own thing. You should work for yourself. You should own your own thing. So that's what I did. Right now, we have right around 15 or 16 people at OnlyCo and Go Fast. There's another 4 or 5 full-time people at Luminous. From just an overarching thing, I'm the CEO of OnlyCo. So OnlyCo, we work with outside clients. We have about 10 clients, and we use that business to incubate our own businesses, whether we're buying them or whether we are starting them. So we think of business building as something that's not really been a category of a firm to focus on, but we're called OnlyCo because we want to really find the unique qualities that a firm has that maybe they're not talking about well enough. And that comes down to our own businesses or our clients. So it's extracting the unique qualities, putting them at the front, and trying to come up with an unconventional strategy to win, to create new profit versus going after a dwindling profit pool or a competitive profit pool. So it's sort of an abundant mindset that we are trying to put into play with our clients as well as our own projects. So I'm the CEO of OnlyCo. From a co-founder of Go Fast, I focus primarily on making sure we have the right players in the right seats, I guess, would be part of my role. The other would be finance, making sure we have enough fuel in the tank to keep iterating and learning and kind of playing the infinite game. We're implementing scaling up with both of those companies. So it's a really cool tool to aligning brand purpose, big, hairy, audacious goal, like your 10-year goal, as well as your brand purpose, your values in such a way that you can really propel yourself forward with excellence. And so, yeah, we have kind of a meeting cadence that we use with Go Fast and OnlyCo. With Luminous, my brother manages it. mentoring him a little bit, maybe not every day, but it's been really fun to work with him. And my family's pretty involved with a lot of the different businesses that we have. My family also owns car washes. So we have 3 car washes. My dad runs those with another partner of his, but we collaborate and talk about that as well. Our brand purpose for OnlyCo is to unlock human potential. And so I find it really sad when people live inside of a box, or the world that people said that they should live in, or the world that they tell themselves that they should live in. And so what I love about starting companies and building companies with people and being patient through that process is it's about getting people to realize a future that maybe they didn't know was possible. And so unlocking potential has to do with first understanding that I have more potential than I'm maybe accessing today. And that belief means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect today, that you have growth, which is a humble sort of experience. And then the next is to say, if I'm locked where I'm at, well, how do I unlock? What does it take to access the potential, and why am I not heading that direction if I'm wanting to? That's literally my favorite thing. Our first core value with OnlyCo is cool people, cool projects. And it's in that order, very intentionally, because I think you got to have the right people and then you can work on the right projects. So that's been like my life motto from probably 8th grade, was cool people. I maybe was a little saddened by choices that people made, friends of mine back in early junior high, late middle school. And that caused me to see the world a little bit different. It kind of gave me, I don't know if it's a chip on my shoulder, but I just wanted to do things differently. And I wanted to create the world that I wanted to live in and be in, and I wanted to invite others into that. And so that's what we did in high school with my 3 friends. We would invite anyone. Everyone was welcome to go ski and film and help and be in the movie. And, it was fun to create that culture. And that's what we're trying to still do with Go Fast, is to create a culture as well with OnlyCo and Luminous and all the projects I'm part of. Well, the work I do in general, the hardest part is letting go. As you get better and better at certain aspects of entrepreneurship, there's some things you immediately understand that you're just not good at. Well, those are easy to let go. You can hire someone, and even if they do a really bad job, it's probably better than you would, and you don't have to do it. So you're kind of happy for those 2 reasons. It's probably better than you, and you don't have to worry about it. But the things, as you start to grow, you get good in certain areas, you get better in certain areas, and you're great in other areas. Well, you have to find ways to let go of the things you're good at so you can focus on things you're great at. And actually, at the university, with the degree I got in economics, opportunity cost is something I think about all the time. The things that I do today, it's not just the price of doing those things, it's what I'm giving up, time that I'm giving up that I could be focused on other things. And so I think that's a big aspect of the difficulty, is you have to acknowledge that you need to give up the things that you're good at so you can focus on the things you're great at. And letting go, like I said, is tough, because you want everything to be perfect and you want the customer to be perfectly taken care of. But when you enable and you hold on to it, and you don't provide the room and the freedom for the people that work for you to do their best, you end up, I think, sucking the oxygen out of the air. And so that's really tough to figure out that balance of letting people go through that failure process and helping people not fail, and that's, that tension is real. And that's the hardest part for me, I think. I think patience is key. People think everything needs to happen right away. And I love the feeling. I love progress, but I also probably more so love the feeling of progress, just the momentum, the speed, the change. Living in Wyoming and growing up here, I've always appreciated the seasons changing. I think just not because I like one season really more than another. I just like change. A lot of people don't really enjoy change to the degree that I do. And so I think as you go on your journey, I think there's just a lot more time than people think. 8 years ago, I thought I was behind the 8 ball. I thought, I can't pursue that ambition or that technology or that strategy because I'm just behind. So there's no point. But if I had spent 8 years focusing on that, I would be one of the experts today. So the fear of thinking you're behind, I think, prevents you from taking a step forward. And so my advice is try a lot of things, to explore a lot of things. I read a book, Essentialism, this last summer, and it talks a lot about focus. I mean, focus is about saying no. But focus is also about it saying, what could I possibly do? What are all the options? So you can go broad, explore a lot of different things. So then you can say, you know what? I've explored a lot of things. Now I want to do this. And so when I look at my career, I see the last 10 years has been a big experiment. We've won some, we've lost a lot, learned a lot. And that fear, I think, of thinking you're behind or that you have to move faster than is realistic, I think gets people stuck and trapped and maybe locked out of their potential to the point of Only Co's brand purpose. I think find ways to tap into just trying a lot of things, and you might be surprised by what you love.